Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to Commencement. My name is Colton Browder, and I am the 2018-2019 Student Body President. Please stand for the class of 2018 and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me in our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Good morning. Good morning. Mrs. Daniels, Mr. Orrick, members of the Board of Trustees, parents, faculty, staff, and friends, welcome to this morning's graduation of the Carolina Day School class of 2018. 4 years ago, when these graduates were freshmen, Mrs. Daniels informed me in early fall that there was a problem. The 12th grade hallway was where the seniors used to hang out. To use the restrooms, the 9th graders had to pass through the seniors in the hallway, and they were feeling a little intimidated by their upperclassmen. I remember thinking, good for them for speaking up, because the senior hallway was eventually moved to a less problematic place. They actually effected positive change, which became the MO of this class and their time here. But upon reflection, the way that this class has grown and evolved, it's hard to believe that they were ever intimidated by anyone. The class of 2018 has distinguished itself in many ways, not least of which is through the college admissions process. They are attending 35 colleges in 13 states, plus 1 in Canada, and 1 will attend Duke University in China, where only 15 students from around the nation were chosen for this startup program. This class includes 1 National Merit Finalist and 2 National Merit Semifinalists. 5 graduates received athletic scholarships to play college basketball, baseball, track and field, and volleyball. And this class was awarded 88 academic scholarships worth more than $4 million, with offers made to 75% of our graduating seniors. But this class is so much more than their academic accomplishments. The author Joan Didion exhorted a college graduating class to, quote, get out there and live in the world. Don't just endure it or suffer it. Don't just pass through it, but live in it. Look at it. Live fearlessly. Take chances. Make your own work and take pride in it. Seize the moment. These graduates have already begun to live in and impact the world. They are shining examples already of innovators, creators, and problem solvers. Fueled by a keen sense of social justice, they've organized marches and walkouts. They've accumulated thousands of hours of community service, including one senior who had over 500 volunteer hours on her own. Musicians in this class have performed with adult orchestras. One student created his own video game for purchase and stepped in frequently to teach an upper school computer programming class. One senior wrote an award-winning play. Another used her art skills to design her own dress. And they have forged lifelong relationships in places like Peru, Cuba, France, and Serbia. In their time with us, they've made their own work and they have taken pride in it. They are indeed well situated to seize any and all moments that lie ahead. And whether they attended CBS for 2 or 14 years, these graduates have benefited from the dedicated and talented teachers who helped shepherd this class through their journey here, preparing them for their future seizable moments. And I really do want to shout out to our terrific teachers from pre-K to 12th grade. You just can't find a better faculty. Speaking of dedication and talent, I would be remiss if we didn't take a moment to recognize a very special person who will retire this year after teaching kindergarten at CBS for 29 years, Carol LaRoe. Carol, you've directly touched the lives of hundreds of students, providing a classroom environment where children were not only given a solid foundation for learning, but they felt love and kindness you have provided each day for every student. You will be missed. I also want to thank Peggy Daniels, the principal at the upper school, for her wise and loving leadership. I also want to thank Margot Moses for her caring and diligent support as the assistant principal. Thanks to college counselor Jessica Browning, who does such a terrific job with all the seniors and helping them get to the college best suited for them. Thank you to our parents of our graduates for their love and support. And we offer a special thank you to the parents of our students who have been with us for their entire educational journey. I offer a final shout out to the perseverance, dedication, and loyalty of our 10 Hallelujah students and their families. There's much to celebrate as we gather together this morning, so please enjoy as we continue. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm not Steve Henry. He unfortunately is ill today and could not be here to present this award, so I'm doing that for him, and these are his words. I like to give him the credit for it. Caney B. Smith, a graduate of Asheville Country Day School, cares about this place. And those of us that have spent any time with Caney know he has many passions. 2 of those, flying and fly fishing, are significant as we present this year's Caney B. Smith Scholar Athlete Award. Those disciplines are about freedom and the gift of inquiry, which manifests itself in the simple but the extremely complicated question of what's next? And it is the search, or this search, for what's next, which has brought us here this morning. I would have to assume that our winner, an individual who participated in 3 sports this past year and served as team captain for each sport, a truly notable accomplishment, and Caney feel a similar sense of freedom when the wheels go up or the gun sounds to start a race. For perhaps without the discipline to stay in the moment, there is no freedom. And I would have to believe there is not a lot of difference between Caney's choice of which fly to present to tempt a heavy rainbow trout and the process our winner undertakes as he constructs a hypothesis for one of his advanced math or science courses. For both tasks are rooted in inquiry, paying homage to the unknown and the gift of perseverance. So, in the spirit of what's next, we award this year's 2018 Caney B. Smith Scholar Athlete Award to an Eagle Scout, a gentleman, a scholar, and an athlete on his way to North Carolina State's engineering program, Mr. Becker Andrew. And now for the faculty prize, I'm actually going to ask Mr. David Dvorak to come forward. He's a member of the upper school faculty, and he's going to make this presentation.
She proudly wears a NASA t-shirt and glittery eyeshadow and hippie flowers in her hair. Zoe Eschen is an artistic, scientist, musician, philosopher, writer, activist, hippie, Mariposa. Once a Mariposa, always a Mariposa. Dr. Williams notes that Zoe relishes being challenged. Relishes being challenged. That's Zoe in 3 words. He also observes that she has the ability and the drive to persevere through those challenges. Indeed, Zoe has cultivated her kindergartner's curiosity, turning it into a perpetual motion engine of deep, extraordinarily sensitive inquisitiveness. She gets excited about almost everything. I mean, really excited. She is enraptured by bees, and to use her own words, fascinated by their dazzling way of life. And in keenly observing that life, she allows the bees to teach her. And again, in her words, the bees pushed the infinite and the infinitesimal up against each other in a way I had never considered. The infinite and the infinitesimal. From the bees humming around her up to the very edges of space and time, she's equally enthralled by the newly discovered sound of ancient black holes colliding and ecstatic in the possibility of using gravitational waves to illuminate that which heretofore has been undiscoverable. I'm sure she ponders and posits the connection between the bees and the gravitational waves. And I'm sure she will find some startling and creative synchronicity there, and then learn to surf those gravitational waves, or create music with them, or communicate with the bees, or something else my brain cannot even conceive of. Because Zoe gleefully unleashes her potent creativity on any challenge, and she is rewarded with often unorthodox, beautiful, effective solutions. Zoe's at home in the lab, in a field, on the stage, behind the stage, in front of a blank page, eye to a telescope, ear to a tune, shoulder to a friend, friend to the planet. Resonating with her insatiable curiosity and drive to discover is a deep empathy and an instinctive drive to support. Need someone to play the violin part for your song on Arts Day? No problem, Zoe will do it. Someone to take charge of painting the set, even though she's playing a huge role in the same show. Zoe will be there. Someone to help edit the literary magazine, to be on the swim team, to lead the debate team, to support the film festival, to encourage people to persevere in the face of adversity, to treasure her friends. Zoe does all of that and more with easy and genuine generosity. And most importantly, she remains kind and gentle and humble throughout. I won't speak for my colleagues, but I know that I've learned more from Zoe Eschen than she will ever learn from me. Her passion for discovery and analysis and connection, combined with her unbridled creativity and perseverance, define what it means to be a student. Her sense of self, humility, compassion, and her kind heart define what it means to be human. It is for these reasons that the faculty, in recognition of her true interest in intellectual pursuit for its own sake, while simultaneously displaying an unselfish commitment to Carolina Day School, awards Zoe Eschen the Faculty Prize.
I'm Tom Orrick. I'm the chair of the board, and I am here to award the Trustee Prize. This year's recipient of the Trustees Prize embodies our school's mission of acting with courage and compassion to confidently make a meaningful difference in the world. She plans to focus her life's work on social justice and international relations, and she already has an impressively deep list of activities and experiences that have started her on this path. In her junior year, she received a scholarship from the Kennedy Lugar Youth Exchange and Study Abroad program. This is a program which is sponsored by the U.S. Department of State and awards full scholarships, placing students for 1 year in a country with a significant Muslim population. Less than 1% of those who apply are accepted. Thus, our recipient spent last year attending high school in Sarajevo, living with a Muslim family. The experiences she had there have certainly broadened her understanding of people, religions, and culture. In the classroom at Carolina Day, she has taken the most demanding courses available and supplemented her learning with advocacy work in the community. Her experiences and her high level of thinking and discourse have benefited many students and teachers, as well as members of the debate team and social justice club. Ms. Daniel shares that from the day that the young woman first stepped onto the Carolina Day School campus, her positive approach to inclusivity, awareness, diversity, and action has turned the heads of faculty, staff, and students. It is my pleasure and that of the 2017-18 Carolina Day School Board of Trustees to award the Trustee Prize to Samantha Davis.
Our top scholar's quest for knowledge is extraordinary. She has excelled in all aspects of her demanding class schedule and has sought numerous opportunities to learn outside of the classroom each year. This has led her to pursue online and summer programs, exploring topics such as biomedical engineering, anatomy and disease, and advanced levels of programming. Her exploration is motivated by curiosity with an end goal of promoting growth and impact. She's been awarded local and national awards in writing and photography and has had her creative work displayed in Carnegie Hall, the North Carolina Governor's Mansion, the Asheville Art Museum, and the U.S. Department of Education building. Earlier this year, she was selected for Columbia University's most prestigious engineering scholar program, the Eggleston Scholars, representing the top 1% of Columbia applicants. Eggleston Scholars participate in a comprehensive 4-year program designed to support and enrich the undergraduate experience. These students receive select access to resources within Columbia's engineering, the university at large, New York City, and throughout the world. The CDS Top Scholar Award is a well-deserved honor for this student, the result of hard work and the belief that she can do anything she sets her mind to do. This is a young woman with a plan, and she does not care to miss any opportunity available to her. We wish her much success, knowing she will make great things happen. Congratulations to Camille Beatty, our top scholar from the class of
'cause the world has changed, the world has changed.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for showing up to celebrate this wonderful class of 2018. I'm Zoe Fitzgerald, and I've attended Carolina Day for 14 years. Having been at many CDS graduations over all these years, I usually found myself sitting in the bleachers, half listening to the senior commencement speaker, while thinking about all the deep and meaningful words I'd present to my graduating class when I got bigger. Well, I did not get bigger, and by the time I volunteered and was selected to speak, I realized I had forgotten all those life-changing drafts I had once created, so I'll do my best. Class of 2018, I speak to you not as my peers, but as my friends, because in 14 years, I have come to know much, too much about all of you. And I don't speak to you as high schoolers, but as adults, because when we leave this room today, we will be grouped in with them, grown-ups. And we will likely find ourselves sharing very rare advice on being alive and old. I want to say we are not only the most attractive graduating class, but also the smartest. And before anyone whips out their final grade physics, let me tell you, I know what I'm talking about because I too am part of the smartest grade in history. You have convinced me just how smart you are because you have taught me more in a year about being a person than I've learned in 18 years of consistent Google searches. And you probably didn't know you were doing anything. So you know when you've had a long day, maybe the world kind of messed with your mojo and you're driving home, and the whole time you're thinking about how bad the day was, then at some point you realize you're pulling into your garage and you have no idea how you got there, and then you're kind of freaked out. You're like, are my eyes even open? Like looking at the road. There's this countdown on the whiteboard in our senior space, the Shark Tank, that someone very smart and very evil started earlier in the year to show how many days we had until graduation. And in the early months of this school year, you hear a lot of throaty groans and a lot of, I can't wait to graduate. And closer to today, you hear the same words, only less throaty and more excited. But after careful inspection, I came to realize that there was one person that was afraid to check the days left on the board. And before you judge her, she's actually quite cool, and I spend a lot of time with her because, well, it's me. I'm the person. Today, that countdown read 0 days, and it scared me because this year is the first year of high school I've really been doing significant things and watching you do significant things. It feels like I was on autopilot a majority of my time here. My body did the motions, I showed up, I spoke to people, but I can't tell you much about those years because I was too busy waiting for them to be over. Because high school is hard, everyone knows this. Before the story gets too depressing, I'll skip to the end and tell you that I woke up at the beginning of the senior year. I'd have been paying enough attention for all of us. Just like you, I couldn't wait for the next step, but I lost so much letting the days pass me by, thinking it would make the step come closer. So now that number on the whiteboard scares me because I realize this year feels like my first and last year of high school. I'm not saying high school years are the most important years of your life because I don't believe that. I think all the years of your life are equally important because you're living and breathing and things are happening to you and you're happening to other things. To me, the year you're 84 and watching your own grandchildren graduate is just as incredible as the year you're 15, a freshman in high school with confusing eyebrows and terrible social skills. Time goes on, life goes on, things happen whether you're paying attention or not. And there's something very fulfilling about being in those little moments that many could skip over. If you're putting yourself on hold for that cute boy with nice hair to ask you out, for that first day of college, or for that next promotion, you're only living for like a millisecond when you reach those steps, or you feel defeated and stupid or insecure when these things don't happen. But what kind of life is that? Skipping to all the made-up milestones and missing all the little magical moments that life is literally handing you on a silver platter? You're too busy waiting for the promotion to see that your company's numbers are up. You're too busy thinking about getting out of class to go to the basketball team's biggest game. And if you're stalling all your days hoping for the storm to end, you're not going to notice all the beauty outside this little coma you put yourself in. I could never have imagined a place so beautiful and so many beautiful people filling it. And there's not a milestone or a mile marker that begins to compare with the view to my life right now. I'm so lucky to have been able to wake up this year for all this crazy class is done. Here's some remarkable moments I would have missed had I stayed on autopilot. Dalton Conley's home runs on a senior night. Austin Burchin publicly apologizing to Kieran Clark for their never-ending war over who was smarter. Learning that Royster Strickland gets to school an hour early every day and still has the strength to be a nice person. Thomas Davids failing to pronounce the word gelatin every single play rehearsal. Zoe Eschen winning a National Scholastic Award for her poem, "Whatever the heck that faculty dance was at prom." Seeing Savannah Fowler's very cool outfits and never complimenting them once because her coolness scares me. And Cassie Bell saying maybe the best thing I've ever heard her say, which was, "If you're looking for a fight, look no further." The list goes on, but anything more than 8 examples is overkill. You are all going to do incredible things, and the word things is infinitely plural because opportunities present themselves a mile a minute, especially for the world's smartest class. Because I am standing here and I have power currently, and I get to define what is considered incredible, I'm going to define it as whatever makes you excited enough about your life that you do it off the autopilot. So at the end of every day, you know you got through it with your eyes open. I made the definition broad because for some of you sitting to my left, incredible might be dancing around the world, or helping animals, or winning a wing-eating contest. Or maybe for someone like me, and I hope after the speech a lot of you choose this route, incredible is just being present while you watch moments happen, and you watch yourself be a part of those moments. Don't wait for this graduation to be over so you can go eat. Don't wait for college to be over so you can go have your dream job. Just know that these things will happen when they do and not happen when they don't, and that the world is waiting for you to stop waiting and to be a part of it. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, friends to my left, for being such a nice world to wake up to. Congratulations, class of 2018. Go be alive.
It would be a genuine honor for me to speak at any commencement ceremony at Carolina Day. But the fact that it is this commencement marking the graduation of this particular class is a case of synchronicity that cannot be ignored. And you do remember that word synchronicity from AP Psych, right? No, you don't. So let's just review. Basically, it's when events occur at about the same time that are similar to each other, that have some deep relationship, but that aren't connected by a common cause. Well, that's what's happening today. You, the class of 2018, are graduating. The rest of your life is commencing. And at the same time, because of totally different causes that are producing similar results, I'm commencing too. You all know that this year has turned out to be my last at Carolina Day, just like it is yours. And that makes today very special and unusually bittersweet. When I came to Carolina Day, you were my first freshman class. And oh, the stories I could tell about many of you over the course of the last 4 years. The problem being, you could probably tell even more embarrassing stories about me. So let's just call it even. The point today is that it turns out that our experiences here at school haven't been the only thing we've shared. Lately, we've also been going through very similar challenges and been engaged in very similar activities having to do with our futures. I know that some of you will say, but wait a minute, you can't really be saying that we're in the same kind of position. But yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. And it's also one of the most important things I'd like you to take away from today. Endings, applications of various kinds, decisions, commencements, graduations, they never end. And yes, I realize that that might sound, when you first hear it, like a not very positive message. Thanks, Ms. Monk, for the great encouragement. We've been knocking ourselves out just to find that we get to knock ourselves out over and over again all through life? Yes. Kind of, but in a good way. True, it might seem nice on the surface to think that you'll never have to go through anything as rugged as your senior year ever again, and yes, it was rugged. We were all there. As facing the decisions about what you were and are going to do after high school ever again. But is it so nice, really? Do you really want this to be the last chance you get to decide on a big change, and then you have to live by that decision forever? I don't think so. And luckily, it isn't true. Because life never stops presenting us with these moments. You make these decisions when a combination of things happen. The right time in your life, the right opportunity opening up, just a feeling that you have that it's time. Your parents telling you they cannot stand living with you anymore. You saying the same goes for them. It goes for education, for jobs, for marriage or marriages, for kids, for everything. And it's always going to be the same, and sometimes it might even be harder. But don't let that paralyze you. Life is just as much about challenges as it is about enjoying the more stable times between those challenges. And we've all lived through the truth of that idea together. We had 4 years. Years during which some of you were new, some of you weren't. Some had made decisions to come here, and some of you had the decision made for you. And while it might seem like the word stable hasn't always applied to my classroom, you now know that the occasional insanity that we went through in various classes was nothing compared to the insanity of figuring out the next step in life and actually facing the consequences of your decisions. But you don't get one without the other. You don't get experience without crisis and decision. And you've come through this particular challenge now, high school, and I couldn't be more proud of you. But now we, all of us, it turns out, are turning to face a new future. So that's one more life lesson that closes my time here. Always be as brave and willing to explore as you've been during our years here at Carolina Day. We've studied some subjects that very few, if any, high school students ever get to study, and it's been your reaction and your hard work more than anything else that's made those experiments a success. So you keep right on doing that. Face every challenge, every possibility, every application, interview, and decision, just the way you always have ever since I met you. And you'll have the kind of lives you deserve, the kind that I've always hoped you would, and that I've tried to help you prepare for. And for everybody here who's not graduating yet, the same thing goes. Life isn't just the secure parts. It's the things that seem like upheavals too. So enjoy them, don't be afraid of them. And in the end, we'll all be happy that we faced the choices, enjoyed even the uncertain times, and landed in new situations. At every moment of huge change in your lives, you'll be able to say, I did that. I faced that, and I made the decision I needed to. Synchronicity. Remember it. One day, like I say, it'll be your turn to teach someone important in whatever situation to deal with stressful times of change. After all, the history of the world, a lot of which we've studied, is just the history of people, every single person. And so what goes for people goes for the world. And they say that history isn't a circle, it's a spiral, one that passes the same points but at different levels, up and down. Hopefully up. Keep that in mind, whether you're talking to your own kids, to your own students, to your colleagues when you have jobs and careers, whoever. Remember that age isn't the thing that separates people, it's how they face those choices. Be as brave as I know you can be, as I've seen you be, and you'll make it. You'll make it just fine. And I'll be thinking of you.
Now for the fun stuff, I want to, first of all, thank Zoe and Prudence for those wonderful words. It was really terrific. Thank you both. So parents and family members, when your graduate is called, when their name is called, please stand and remain standing while they receive their diploma. Michael Becker Andre Jr.
After going to Carolina Day for 14 years, I have a lot of people I would like to thank individually and in person. But I would also like to make a few thank yous in my 30 seconds in the spotlight. I would like to thank the faculty and staff, especially those in the STEM areas, for inspiring my love of learning and always answering my extraneous questions. I would like to thank my family for always being supportive of me and helping me be my greatest self. And finally, I would like to thank all of my friends for making these years great.
Vincent Charles Antonori.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everybody who helped me get to the stage, especially my parents, my teachers, and my family. It's been a good ride. Thank you.
Camille Winter Beatty.
Isaac Newton once said, "If I have seen further than others, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." Countless people have dedicated hearts, hands, and creative minds to shape me into the person I am today. Thank you, for when I was weak, you gave me your shoulders to cry on, and when I was strong, you lifted me to see the world. Thank you for everybody who supported me along this journey, and thank you, Mom, Dad, for being my giants.
Cassidy Schuyler Bell.
I am so grateful for everything that Carolina Day has taught and given me over the past 14 years. I truly could not be here without the people who have stood behind me. First, to my pre-K teacher, Miss Walters. Thank you for getting me started. To Miss Evans and Miss Monk, thank you for being my support system. To my friends, you put a smile on my face every day. And to my parents, thank you for your endless support and unconditional love. To the class of 2018, congratulations, we did it.
Sierra Nicole Benaby.
I'm going to try not to cry as I read this. During my time as a Wildcat, I've been blessed with an amazing education and an amazing experience. I've had amazing teachers who have been there for me academically and personally every step of the way. To my advisor, Ms. Barge, thank you for all your support and guidance over the past 4 years. To Ms. Monk and Ms. Evans, thank you for always being there for me and talking me through life's issues. You don't know how much that means to me. To all my friends, I'm so thankful for you. Peyton, thank you for skipping school for me. To the sister I never had, Zoe, I love you endlessly, and I'm so grateful for the past 7 years with you. I wouldn't want anyone else by my side through all of it. 3 hours has nothing on us next year. To my grandparents, I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be able to be sent to this amazing school because it really has changed my life for the better. You've been my support team for the past 18 years, and I'm so happy to have you as my family. Mom, I love you so much. You worked so hard all on your own to get me here, and I'm so proud of you and everything you've done. You're truly my best friend, and I can't live without you. I'll visit you all the time, I promise. Class of 2018, I may act like I hate you sometimes, but I really do love all of you. Thank you for all your love and good times.
Austin Nicholas Burton.
I'm gonna keep this brief. Thank you to my family for not going crazy dealing with me for however many it's been, and thank you to one Carl Nidek for not going crazy for dealing with me for 3 years. Thank you.
Clara Margaret Amelia Campbell.
It's been a hard journey for me, and I've overcome so many obstacles to help me prepare for the future. Thank you to my friends for always being there for me, to my parents for giving me the opportunity to attend Carolina Day, and to my teachers for always supporting me, especially Ms. Monk and Ms. Evans. I look up to both you and will always come to you for advice. Thanks.
Chris Kinzer Champ.
I'd like to thank my parents, teachers, and classmates for shaping me into the person I am today. You've given me the confidence to go out into the world, make decisions, and talk to strangers on airplanes without feeling nervous. Even half a world away, you will always be in my heart.
Maxwell Paul Champlin.
First and most importantly, I'd like to thank my parents for supporting me through all the ups and downs and for encouraging me to come to school here. Love you guys. Secondly, we'd like to thank my advisor, Ms. Wallace, for helping me through these last three years and for slaying those dragons. Kendall, right there. I know you learned to tie your shoes before me and ride a bike before me, but I graduated before you, just saying. And lastly, my advice to all underclassmen here today is appreciate high school while it lasts, because you'll be giving a graduation speech before you know it. Thank you.
Kieran Patrick Clark.
Though it's me who's receiving a diploma on the stage today, it's actually all of those around me who made this possible. First off, I'd like to thank my mom, who works hard every day and still manages to be one of the most compassionate and thoughtful people I know. And my dad, who taught me to be the man I am today. Of course, I'd also like to thank Ellis, who's been one of my best friends since the very beginning. I'm thankful for every one of my teachers, especially Ms. LaFurlap, Dr. Nidek, Ms. Monk, Mr. Wanacott, and Ms. Garrison. Though the work they all face is seemingly insurmountable, they still do it with grace and skill every day. I'd also like to thank the friends closest to me, particularly Ian, Tyler, Becker, Michael, and especially Hannah. You've all been with me since my earliest memories of the school, and now it's hard to imagine a time without you. Lastly, I'd like to thank the whole Carolina Day School community for so many wonderful memories, as well as Davidson College for a bright future. Thank you all.
Dalton Cole Conley.
I joined the CDS community 2 years ago, and throughout these years, I've had the opportunity to meet some of the best teachers, coaches, and some tremendous friends. I'd like to thank my parents and the rest of my family for making this incredible journey possible. And I'm blessed to say that I'll forever be a Carolina Day School Wildcat. Thank you.
John Aaron Cook.
First and foremost, I want to thank my family, friends, and teachers for getting me where I am today. That is standing here and saying my goodbyes to a school which it feels like I've been going to forever. As someone who's an eternal optimist, I want to say one last thing before I go. The students graduating here today are a force to be reckoned with. Each and every one of us has a future crazier than the last. I don't know if we'll save the world or destroy it, but either way, it's going to be a hell of a ride. Thank you.
Emily Nicole Crawford.
There are not enough words to express my gratitude to everyone who has helped me along the way. Mom and Dad, I love you endlessly.
Audrey Danielle Crowder.
I want to tell all the seniors that I'm really proud to be graduating with each of you. I know I'll be raving about Carolina Day for years to come, especially when I see you out in the world, on TV, the news, or even in the New York Hall of Science. I'm grateful to Carolina Day, and especially to my advisors, Ms. Monk and Ms. Heskamp. I want to thank the Carters and the Bells for considering me a part of their families. And I would like to thank my sisters, and I would like to thank my parents for the never-ending hard work making it possible for my sisters and me to be able to pursue and achieve everything we set our minds to. Thank you.
Thomas Walter Davids.
I'm so thankful to everybody who has contributed, inspired, and helped me get to where I am today. I want to thank the faculty at Carolina Day. I've been truly blessed with the teachers here. I also want to thank my friends and most importantly, my family. Love you all.
Samantha May Ebner Davis.
I am full of gratitude for my time at Carolina Day School. This time has allowed me to create different aspects of myself, including life-changing relationships with loving and passionate teachers who I know will stay part of my life wherever I end up. I thank the Carolina Day community for giving me mentors that have helped me expand my activism and to think about my place in the world. To my beautiful mothers and my abundant support system, my appreciation is immense for everything you have done to support the person I am. This is just the beginning, and I'm ecstatic for my next adventure.
Ethan Rio Davis.
I want to thank all of the teachers who make Carolina Day what it is today and for giving me the opportunity to go to so many cool places and do so many things. I also want to thank the librarian, Mr. Roseberry, for putting up with me for this whole year. So I've kind of been annoying him every day asking questions. So thank you.
Ollie Faith Diamond.
First, I would also like to invite my grandparents to stand up, unless you're hurting, of course. And also my teacher advisors. Ms. Walters, Ms. White, Mr. D, and Ms. McKenzie, Ms. Colath, unless you're scared. I bent the rules and wrote a poem. Apologies, Lord knows I owe them. So thanks to those who deserve it, and congratulations to those who've earned it. Our futures are glowing, and the winds of change are blowing. And I end with 2 haiku. Happy birthday, my English teacher, Swipe. Happy birthday, gal. Goodbye to those I know, hello to those I don't. The end of my poem.
Elizabeth McGuire Eddings.
Oh no. I'd like to express my gratitude to all the teachers I've had throughout my 13 years as a Wildcat. To the Key School, y'all have given me everything. I wouldn't be where I am without you. To Miss Barch, thank you for being my moral compass. Your selflessness has had a greater impact on me than you will ever know. To my family, especially Mom, this year has been a headache to say the least, but I can't thank you enough for the incredible sacrifices you have made for my health and my education. Your unconditional love inspires me. To my best friends standing up in the back, I love you unconditionally. Congratulations, class of 2018, and go Dogs.
Zoe Ann Eschen.
I would like to thank my mother and brother for trying to get me to watch movies instead of doing my homework, and thus building my iron willpower that I hope to eventually use someday. My teachers for teaching me how to procrastinate effectively. Specifically Dr. Williams for being so excited about whatever he's teaching you that it's impossible not to jump on the nerd train. Mr. Wanacott for his uncanny ability to have read some interesting research on whatever we're talking about, and his ninja Googling skills when he hasn't. Mr. D for never taking me too seriously, and for always playing along with the elaborate joke that is human existence sometimes. And his lovely wife, Doreen, who had also taught me in kindergarten, and who, in my freshman year, told me, as a matter of fact, that she would see me on stage next year. She wasn't wrong, and I'm glad. And to my class, I say from the bottom of my heart that I hope I never see any of you again. Not because I hate you, but because I hope you all go far, far away to wherever life takes you, and let our strange and maybe wonderful experiences in high school be only a pale blue dot in the vast expanse that is to be our futures.
Zoe Longo Fitzgerald.
Thank you to my mom and my dad for sending me to such a wonderful school for 14 years. I promise you it was worth it. My sister Mia for being the biggest support system, especially when she puts on HGTV shows and makes me feel better about being bad at math. My brother Zach for teaching me how to fight people if they try me. I'd also like to thank the Pauluses for being my home away from home and providing me with Alex, Maddie, and Kirsten, his 3 more crazy siblings. I'd also like to thank my friends here at CDS, especially Sierra, and my NIDEC crew for getting me through every day. And last but not least, to those I'm leaving, my little buddy Liv, Dr. NIDEC, Ms. Evans, I will miss you more than is reasonable. Thank you for all making my time here so incredible.
Michael Maldo Fortini.
I want to thank the Carolina Day community for being an amazing place for me to learn and grow. I honestly cannot thank enough the teachers who taught me and allowed me to grow as a person. The things that I'm carrying away from CDS today, the ways that my friends and educators have touched me, I can never forget. I want to extend a special thanks to my advisory, Dr. Nidek and Zoe Fitzgerald, for making my day-to-day just so much better.
Savannah Bryn Fowler.
Hey guys, so I just want to say thank you so much to Carolina Day, everyone here, and all the amazing teachers for having me for this one short senior year. It's been a really great change for me, and I wish I could have been here for longer. And I also just want to say thank you to Mom and Dad for my family and friends for always being there and supporting me, which has made this year and all the others so great. So thank you.
Amaya Tara Elizabeth Geiger.
I would like to thank my family and coaches who have been there for me and have taught me so much, and they have definitely changed me for the better and molded me into the Division I athlete I am today. I would also like to thank Ms. March for being my advisor for 3 years and really showing me my love for science. Thank you so much. And I'm going to end this with a quote by Charles Kettering. "The world hates change, that is the only thing that has brought progress." Go Nears.
Ty Chase Geiger.
I'd like to thank my parents, my brothers, including Maxine, Alex, Thomas, and Vince, my sisters, and last but not least, my coaches. I'm truly blessed to have such amazing and loving people in my corner. Thank you.
Zena Jaffe.
I want to express my immense gratitude for all the support that I've received in the past 4 years from my friends, my family, and the teachers of CBS, especially Mr. D. Thank you for everything.
Caroline Virginia Jones.
Thank you so much to all the people here at Carolina Day that have made my high school years so memorable. I would also like to thank my entire family for always being there for me, even you, Connor, and to my aunt for helping me with the college application process. I am especially grateful to my parents and congratulate them today as it's actually their 22nd anniversary. And I would never have made it to where I am today without your love and support. I also thank my entire dance family, and especially Miss Michelle for being like a second family to me and a second mom also. And I will always love you and definitely come back to visit. And finally, congratulations to all the great friends I've come to know and will never forget in the class of 2018.
Zaria Taylor Freeman Joyner.
So if this comes off as sarcastic or impersonal, it's only so I don't cry. I would like to extend my thanks to the entire CDS community because you guys are really who shaped me into the person that I am today. Also to the class of 2018, I know there were a lot of long days and a lot of long weeks and years, but melodrama aside, we made it. Congratulations.
Casey Ann Kidwell.
So I came to Carolina Day at the start of my junior year, and I didn't know I was attending until 2 days before school had started. I was blessed to be able to finish out my 2 years of high school here. I honestly feel that teachers at Carolina Day have prepared me for the next level. This is also true in basketball, with my amazing coaches, Joe and Jenny, and my basketball trainer, Laird, who has worked with me since the 5th grade. I'm thankful for my family for pushing me to my limits and the wonderful friends I made here at Carolina Day.
Natara Rexana Kittles.
Thank you to all my friends, family, and truly amazing teachers who helped me get here today. Because of all of you, it's been a great 4 years, and I'm well equipped for whatever the future holds.
Margaret Marie Livaday.
I would like to thank the teachers and everyone who has helped me throughout my years at CDS. You have all made such a meaningful impact on my life, and I am so fortunate to have been a part of this school. I am especially grateful to my parents and my sister for being my biggest supporters and always being there for me no matter what. I love you guys.
Hannah Suzanne Clitheroe Masson.
I would like to thank my parents for their constant love and support, and the rest of my family for always cheering me on, even in the audience now. Thank you to my friends and my boyfriend for the laughs and good times, and thank you to my teachers for inspiring me to pursue my passions and challenging me to strive for success. My grandpa used to say that the future is a lot longer than the present, and I'm confident that my time at Carolina Day has prepared me for that future. Thank you.
Kathleen Bree Norton.
To my family, I love and admire you guys so much more than y'all know. You're my rock. Thank you for showing me the importance of being honest and authentic and to not take myself too seriously. To my coaches and team, y'all have seen me on my good days and bad days, before the sun comes up and well after it goes down. Thank you for motivating me to do my best, even when it hurts. And special shout out to Rainey and Driscoll for being a constant source of inspiration and laughter for the past 7 years. And to my people, it's amazing to have spent 11 years here and to have found the most incredible people of all in the last chapter. I couldn't be more grateful for the time I got to spend with you and the incredible memories we made. I don't say it enough, but I love you guys so much and look forward to the many adventures to come.
Alexander Edward Radinger.
It's been a heck of a ride, and I'm glad to have experienced it with all of you. I'd like to thank my family for pushing me to be my best, my friends for making hard times easier, my teachers for caring and being so supportive, especially Ms. Monk and Ms. Evans, and mostly for all of you for believing in me. Thank you.
Maxine Henry Radinger.
I'm truly humbled to stand before you all today. The last 4 years have been a long journey, and I can't believe that this moment is finally here. I'd like to thank my teachers, my friends, and most of all my family, which includes Vincent, Ty, Jack, Maya, and Thomas. Okay, Thomas. For always being there for me and supporting me along the way. Thank you.
Jackson Charles Riley.
I'd like to thank my friends for the good times, the continuous support, my teachers for close relationships, including Mr. Hertzinger for putting up with all my complaining. And lastly, I'd like to thank my family, starting with my grandparents, who came all the way from Wisconsin, my sister McKenna, my brother Owen, and most importantly, my dad. He's helped me with every problem I face and given me the tools necessary to succeed. I am especially grateful because he put me through Carolina Day School, and I'm so appreciative for the experience. Thank you.
Vicky Imani Robertson.
I want to say thank you to my father and my mother for supporting me through my education, especially because my dad is mostly living in St. Thomas while the rest of us are up here. And I want to thank my big brother, Tyler, for being the most okayest brother I've ever had. And finally, I want to thank my advisor, Dee, and my honorary advisor, Mr. Wanacott, for being there for me throughout the school year. Kobe.
McKinley James Rowland.
I would like to thank my family, Miss Nelson and Miss Daniels. I really couldn't have got here without y'all. And I'd like to thank the class of 2018 for making these last 14 years unforgettable for good and a lot of bad reasons too. I really am going to miss all y'all next year. Even though I forget most things, I'm not going to forget any of you. I consider all you my friends and some of you my family. Thanks for the good times, and let's have some more this summer.
Bella Lunar Sleeper.
like to thank my parents, my Zia, and my best friend Cora, and my non-Nee for being the first and best teachers I will ever have. I'd like to thank my brother, who cannot be here today, unfortunately, for being an experiment child and always looking out for his little sister. Lastly, I would like to thank Carolina Day and all of my teachers, especially Ms. Nelson, for helping me pass chemistry and all 4 years of math, and all my other teachers for recognizing my potential and making it possible for me to be here for my high school career. Go Owls!
Carson Olivia Slossman.
Yikes. About 13 years ago, I graduated from preschool, and they warned us about how fast time would fly by. Seems like it's been the blink of an eye, and I've grown up, and here I am now wondering where all the time went. Carolina Day has taught me more than I could have ever imagined. I'd like to thank the staff here, the coaches, the teachers, everyone, a few of you specifically, for giving me a support system that I could have never made it to the stage today without. I'm so grateful to have had all of you in my life. I'd next like to thank my family, those related by blood or by marriage, and those of you that have come into my life as friends and have grown to be so much more. 13 years here, what a ride. Congrats guys, we finally did it.
Samantha Erin Stitchell.
I will never forget what the Carolina Day community has done for me. The school has taught me that it is okay to ask for help. In that regard, I want to thank Ms. Barch for being by my side in every situation when I needed support, and Ms. Burkita for being someone I could talk to about any and everything. To my parents, thank you so much for this opportunity and believing in me. Lastly, I would like to thank my sister for being such a great role model. I'm so grateful that you will always have my back and will be my forever best friend. I'm very excited to see what Charlotte has in store for me. Thank you.
Boyster Snow Strickland.
In a short speech like this, I don't know how to adequately express my gratitude to all the people that need to be thanked for my experiences over the last 4 years. Nevertheless, I do want everyone who has been involved in my life, whether it be the school community, family, or friends, to know that I am incredibly grateful for all you have done.
Tyler William Sweetan.
All right, I want to thank everyone that got me to this point, friends, family, teachers, and of course, man upstairs. I've developed so much over the last 4 years. I'm proud of who I've become. And the class of 2018, I'll miss you. I'll see you at our reunion parties, but other than that, I'm out. So, see you.
Jack Connor Sweetan.
I'd like to thank my parents and my teachers for many great years at CDS. Through the ups and the downs, I'll always cherish the time I had here. One chapter has ended, but a new chapter has just started.
Ryan Forrest Tolchin.
So, I'm normally not big on ceremonies, but Carolina Day has really been so instrumental for my growth, so I'd like to thank my parents, my aunt and uncle, and everyone who's helped me attend this school, the faculty and staff who've kept the school running the whole time, which is really impressive, and especially all of my teachers over these 7 years who really made the school what it is, and without you, I wouldn't be who I am today. And to my fellow classmates, I'd like to wish you good luck in your future endeavors, whatever they may be.
Darby Taylor Trotz.
I am forever grateful for the opportunity to be a part of this amazing school. I would like to thank my teachers and the CDS community for challenging me to grow as a student and as a person. I wouldn't be here without the endless love and support from my family and friends, so I'd like to say thanks to all of you. Also, shout out to Ms. Garland and Jessica and Ms. Monk for always being there for me.
Ian Scott Wasserman.
I would like to thank my family and the wonderful faculty of Carolina Day. And I would like to issue a special thanks to my grandparents for their generosity, love, and interest in my education.
I am happy and honored to present to you the graduates of the class of 2018.